What does the Donald Trump inauguration mean for black men? I'm sure he meant to say, what will Trump presidency mean for black men? But he's not the one to give this speech. 50 minutes, and I tried to suffer through it. Here's what the speech should have been, I'm not going to take 50 minutes. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shakaama. So we're talking about O'Shea Duke Jackson. That is such a weird name. O'Shea Duke Jackson. All of these, I believe Malcolm X was right. You all should change and get away from your slave name. There is no way that your ancestor was Jackson. I'm not talking about the white guy. Yeah, that was. I'm talking about your real ancestors, your original ancestors. We're not named Jackson. Maybe Ouagadougou or something like that. Something cool like that. I love African names. Real African names, not the Shaniqua stuff like that. That's so weird, strange, pretentious for no reason. So, my perception is Mr. Jackson, Duke. Let's call him Duke. My perception is that Duke has absolutely no idea, no clue about who Trump is, Trump was, Trump originated from, his business ventures, his being in touch with black people. And in fact, 99.99999% of black people have zero clue of how in touch Trump has been with black people throughout his years, since the 70s. Trump. They allowed the Democrats to tell them that Trump was racist, which is the go-to thing for black people. Oh, he's racist. Oh, he's racist, really? Yeah. Oh, go hate him. Oh, okay. Democrat told us he's racist. Go hate him. You know the Democrats told you that Michael Jackson was a pedophile, right? Right? That's who told you that. The media? Are you catching on now? So this guy doesn't know anything about Trump. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada. And I would dare say that he doesn't know anything about black men, because he's the one perpetuating this educated lame word or keyword or nomenclature. I don't know what you want to call it. But he knows nothing about black men. He and these other guys who say, oh, I can't get black women. What black women are you hanging around? I made a specific video talking about stop trying to date low, date up. And I made the same exact video for black women too. I made the same thing for black men, made the same thing for black women. Stop trying to date in the gutter. Oh, but she has a big booty, and that's what the white people tell me that I need to go date. How about you listen to a real black man, huh? Since you all want to say that. I hate that, real black men. I hate that as much as I hate this whole educated lame thing. I'm educated, but there is no part of me that is lame. And the only people that would call me square are peasant, low-life black people. If you have the vernacular to call me square or not cool or what, I'm the coolest thing running. I'm the Arctic wind, baby. I'm what's happening. I have my finger on the pulse of what you should be thinking and on the pulse of what's really going on, of reality. A lot of these poor peasants live in this fantasy world that the Democrats have painted it for them. Oh, the police are here to hurt us. Here's reality. There are some retarded, full-on retarded police. Yes. And I take issue with the entire department defending those monsters. There is a policeman who went into a black neighborhood, raped their girls, raped their women, incarcerated their young men, brought drugs into, full-on terrorized the neighborhood. And the police department did nothing. Those people exist, and the police department needs to be completely shut down and restarted and filled with black people from the actual neighborhood. That's what needs to happen in those instances. But police in general as a concept is a good thing. There should be a police on every corner. That's how you keep a neighborhood safe. Think about the exact opposite. Watts, California, If we call police, the police aren't going to show up and the criminals know it. If we call police, the police aren't even going to show up and the criminals know it. So what does that actually mean? That means that the criminals have a free reign of the entire neighborhood. That's what that means. Police in general are not the enemy. American police are probably the enemy. Why do I say probably the enemy? The entire police force in the United States of America? Because they do not prosecute the animals. They don't prosecute the terrorists. And there are police who are terrorists. Now, let's get on to Donald Trump and black men. What does it mean? Well, let Mr. Educated Lame apparently is more lame than actually educated, because he doesn't couch anything in terms of what the smart black man does. The smart black man would sit back, take stock of who Trump really is. Trump is a businessman. Let me repeat that because apparently you people don't get it. And by you people, I mean America, the entire country. Trump is a businessman. Trump weighs everything. Yes, he weighs everything he says. Let that sink in for a second. Oh, but Shakaama, I hear his speeches. He just flies off the handle. He weighs everything he says. I say things that I don't believe all the time. It's called having a YouTube channel. All the time. I had Google try and shut down several of my things. And I wrote them back and I said, I don't have an original idea in my head. Anything that I say on my channel or my blog, it was on my blog. Anything I say on my blog has already been reported by the mainstream media. Here are the articles. And they're doing fine. They're making tons of money. So leave me alone. In particular, they didn't want me to talk about homosexuals. I'm like, these are mainstream media news articles. I'm just repeating them. Trump weighs everything that he says, and he says things sometimes for reaction. I know manipulation. I manipulate people day in, day out. It's my bread and butter. Apparently, Duke doesn't know how to do this, because a lot of times when I hear him talking, he's just whining. Trump weighs everything that he says. It's a part of being a businessman. So it's part of being a good businessman. He wrote The Art of the Deal. In that book, he's talking about how to weigh things, everything, from your waking moment to your sleeping moment. Everything, The Art of the Deal. I'll put a link to order that book down below. He's a businessman. The smart black man would say, this guy's a businessman. And he's already come straight out and said, I want to build the black community. Specifically, he says, I want to build a black middle class. He's not blowing smoke up your butt. Hillary Clinton didn't say anything about that. Hillary Clinton talked about raising taxes. Raising taxes? And you voted for that witch? What is your problem? Who convinced you to be that stupid? Yeah, we need to raise taxes. You need to raise taxes? Really? Yeah, we gotta raise taxes. Can't believe you supported her. And she called you the N-word left and right. She called her staff members the N-word left and right. The people who serve her, the N-word left and right. They're from Arkansas. Who do you think you were voting for? But black men for the Trump administration. He's going to reduce legislation, regulation by 75%. Do you know why there aren't more black businesses? And hold your horses, I already reported that there were more black startups than any other group. So black people are chomping at the bit to start businesses. The ones who can't start a business is because the regulations are keeping them out. Now, for you people who don't understand what a regulation or what it looks like something like this. You have to have this license. You have to have this inspection. You have to pass these points. You have to take this test. You have to receive this certification, this certification, this certification. And you know what all of those words mean? You have to pay this amount of money before you even open the doors. What does that do for a poor person trying to start a business? Poor meaning broke. That means they can't start the business. And he says he's going to slash 75% of regulations. Now, you need to stop letting black women vote in idiots into office who promise them, I don't know what they promise. I don't know why. I don't know. Women in general can't think for themselves. I don't know. And people tell them all sorts of stuff. We're going to have a shopping day at Macy's. Oh, okay, I'll vote for you. We're going to destroy your community, though. Is that okay? Sure, I don't care about those Negroes. You're in the damn community. Now, I know that sounds insulting, but that was to get a rise out of you. See how I manipulate people? But the truth of the matter is not even that far from that. Politicians promise women all sorts of things, and the unthinking women vote for those politicians. And I'm talking about local stuff that doesn't have this national control thing that's going on behind the scenes. I'm talking about the local stuff. You need to get a Trump in your local mayorship, city council, all that stuff. That's what you need to do. Slash 75% of the regulations. Business license, 500. Registration for a corporation, 20,000. That's not the business license. That's to register the business as a corporation. Hold on. Partnership, 20,000. Why am I saying 20,000? Because the reality is you're going to need a lawyer. The reality is you're going to need an expert to draw up the papers to make sure that come time when Gloria Allred tries to come and sue you and take your company away from you or take your house away from you, that some idiot judge isn't going to step right through your corporate papers and sue you personally. That's why you need a lawyer. What would the intelligent black man do in a Trump administration? He would hammer down City Hall, the Capitol, the governor, and his senator and congressman to implement the same exact 75% cut in regulations at the local level so that more black people can open up businesses. That's what the intelligent black man would do under a Trump administration. He would gather all the black men. Yes, black men, not black women. Yeah, black women open up more businesses than black men, but it's still the same thing. They make 1/500th of the amount that a black man makes when opening up a business. Oh, but Shakaama is saying that black women startups are making goo-gobs of money. Yes, and a black man would make treble goo-gobs of money because a black woman is still a woman. What are you trying to say? Black women are equal to black men. No, women are not equal to men. Women think differently about everything in life. It's Sunday. I want to do this. That's woman. Man says, it's Saturday. I must do this. And what is this? Give me an example, Shakaama. It's Sunday. I want to go to church. I want to go to brunch. I want to go to that luncheon. I want to go over to Ella's party. I want. The man says, it's Saturday. I must go into the office and finish that proposal. I must go into the office and meet with that client because this is his only day that we can meet. Woman says, screw that client. He'll meet on my term. I have kids. I need to see my kids. I haven't seen my kids in all week. Regardless of how you feel about that, and it's going to depend if you're a woman or a man, that's the reality of the situation. Now, the woman listener listening to that scenario says, oh, well, of course you want to see your kids. And how dare a man think that he should be able to see the client instead of seeing his kids? Well, the man is what puts food on your table, who pays the mortgage on the house, who buys the house, buys the car, buys the mink, buys the pearls, buys the lawnmower to mow the lawn. Still, in 2017, men's salaries pay for all of the bills, and women's salaries still go to just her to shop. 2017. Try that on for size. The two-family income, the two-person income, the two-income family, I'll get it right one day. The two-income family is a myth. It doesn't go to buy you a bigger house. It doesn't go to pay off for childcare. None of that stuff. All of that is still the man. Yes, and I'm talking about full-fledged, we're in love. She ain't going nowhere. Nobody's cheating. Marriage. He's paying the child care, the daycare. He's paying off her car. Yeah, the car that only she drives. He's paying that off. His salary goes to pay off that. Her salary goes to pay for shopping. He even has to pay for gas. Women and men think differently. So yes, when I say black man, I mean black men. I'm not talking about black women because you're not in the picture. You're not in the picture because you don't want to be in the picture. You're not in the picture because you're a woman. You were raised to be a woman. That's how you are. And I'm talking about middle-class women. I'm not talking about these peasants who think they're this, that, and the other, who have absolutely no concept in reality in life, who have no idea what life insurance is, who health insurance is, car insurance, mortgages, home insurance. No concept, no idea about that. AAA, none of that stuff. All of that stuff that you have to pay to keep up your lifestyle and to ensure that your lifestyle will be kept up. Funeral plan, will, trust. I'm not talking about peasant black people. I'm talking about middle-class black people. And that's exactly who Trump said he was targeting. Middle-class black people. He's going to grow the black middle class. And then I saw where there's the video of him talking to black people about what he's going to do. And he's going to do this and he's going to do. And all the peasant black people, he ain't going to do nothing. He's just talking. What did Hillary say? What did Hillary say? Nothing. In fact, the only thing out of Hillary Clinton's mouth of talking about black is the N-word. And there's video after video after video of black people confronting Hillary, and Hillary getting that nasty Housewives of Atlanta. What's the name of that show? The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Giving that nasty, why are you talking to me? That's what I see of videos of Hillary. And you idiots tried to vote for her? What's your malfunction? You need to be beating down the doors. And if your mayor isn't going to slash regulations, slash taxes, tear down the barriers of business, that's what it's called. It's called a business barrier. It stops people from going into that business. I want to braid hair. Women, listen up. I want to braid hair. You need to go to school, get a degree in that school, then get certified to braid hair. But white people don't even know how to braid hair. It doesn't matter. This applies to everybody. You don't have black hair. White women have absolutely no idea what braiding hair even means. Go to the hair show, nothing but Koreans there. Just handing over $1 billion to Korea for your hair. But the regulation says you can't do your own thing. You can't be black and do hair on black hair, with white people not having a clue what black hair, actual black hair. I'm not talking about Beyonce wigs. I'm not talking about Rihanna weaves. I'm talking about real black hair. You need to be up in that mayor's office and the city council meetings talking about remove those regulations. It doesn't apply to black people. It doesn't apply to black people. I'm not talking about people of color, whatever that means. I'm not talking about minorities. I'm talking black people. Since when has a Mexican have black hair? Never. And we're not talking about Afro-Mexicans. We're talking about straight up cholos. They don't have black hair. This doesn't apply to black people. You all need to start standing up for yourselves. And Trump is saying, he said point blank, I will stand with you. I'll stand with you. I'll stand beside you. I'll stand behind you. I'll be there for you. And the intelligent black man will say, okay, let's do this. Thank you for watching Shakaama Live Show.